Good day, YouTubers. A cup of tea. I've got my clock. I've got to put the clock there because I'm making sourdough bread. And the starter is in the fridge. That's my starter. That's straight out the fridge, so this won't be very active. I'm going to let this sit for 6 hours or so to get up to room temperature. Right, well it's 2:30. It's a warmish day. I think that's going to be enough. The starter here, it's not particularly frothy. That happens. But I can see there's plenty of life in it. So I'm going to refresh this. This is the prime reason for this video, is to refresh this, but I'm going to also use what I take out of here. I'm going to use it to make a loaf as well. 2:30, so it's just about 5.5 hours since I last saw you. So I'm going to tip out 3/4 of this into my mixing bowl, and that's left me about half a cup of mixture in there, of my sourdough mixture, which I'm now going to refresh with some flour and a bit of water, and just to make it up into a thick batter. So I'm pouring in maybe a cupful into there, and a cupful of water as well, roughly. I'm sorry I don't measure things. It's a bit time consuming to measure everything, but I'm going to put this to one side for 6 hours, and that should froth up a little bit, and then I'll put it in the fridge, and that'll stay there for a week until I do the next lot again. Now with this, here's my batter mixture in there. I'm going to roughly mix this all together. Goodness knows how much I'm putting in there. We want a little bit of sugar, just to caramelise on the crust, makes the crust a bit softer and sweeter. And perhaps a bit of salt as well for flavour. Where's my salt? Use some of this. And some water. That'll be fine. That's just going to sit there then for 40 minutes. Right, welcome back. That's about half an hour. I don't know, can't remember what it was at all, but I'm a bit anxious to get out. There's a beautiful day, and the dog is getting a bit impatient. He wants a walk. Well, I don't think he's going to get a big walk today. He's done well over the weekend. Anyway, I'm going to turn this bit round. This has been here for about half an hour. It's just a resting process. Just likes to activate what's in there, get everything moist, get the flour moist and get it activated. So now we're going to make this into a dough, a pliable and useful dough. It's always a bit awkward, this bit, because it's either too wet to knead, or then it gets too dry to make a suitable dough. There's never quite the easiest way, unless you do the Bertinet method, the slap and fold method of kneading, which is probably is good really, because it means you can actually knead and keep the dough really soft, really liquid, really wet. That's become a very nice dough. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to put it into, I like putting it into an oiled plastic bag. That's my favourite method. But it doesn't really matter. You can put it into a mixing bowl covered with a tea cloth or whatever you like. But I'm just going to put lots of oil in my plastic bag. I would use this again and again. It's my oily bag. It has a special place. And in goes the dough. Tied loosely at the top. And into my mixing bowl, and that'll be there 3 or 4 hours. Okay, we're back. It's 7 o'clock. What's that, 4.5 hours since I did the turn thing round, so let's have a look. Let's have a look. I'm going to get just a bit of flour to oil. Nice. Nice. That's rather nice. That's rather nice. I like that. That's very nice. That's a beautiful dough. That is, oh, that is lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That is a beautiful dough. This is a banneton, a bamboo basket that I will put that dough into here. It's best to use a sort of non-gluten flour for this, but I haven't got one because it might stick. It might stick. But this is a well-worn basket, so I should be all right. Shouldn't be any problem. There's my basket, and that's it. Now, watch this, because this is the folding. This is where we flop it out as in a bit pizza style base, but I'm going to fold it. I'm folding that bit, I'm folding the end over 1/3, I'm folding this side over 2/3, this side over 2/3, it's actually very wet, and then I'm folding the whole flap over like that to encase the whole thing. That's the way sourdough is folded. And then I'll just bring it together and pop it into the basket. That is very wet. I could have problems later. I just thought I'd show you this. This is the starter, and it's nice and frothy. Difficult to tell in front of the camera, but that's a very nice froth. Now, I'm going to leave that just a little bit longer, and then I'll put that in the fridge later, but that's very good. You know, that's basically the structure of our day now. We brought the starter back to life, and it's ready to go in the fridge, and our sourdough dough is on its final proof before that goes in the oven. Yeah, I'll see you later on. Right, we are back. We are back. It's 9:30 at night, so that's sort of 12 hours since we started. I've just over and been another hour or so of this. I'm going to bake it now. Actually, before I do that, I'm just going to turn the oven on. We need to preheat the oven to it's over 220 degrees, and preheat the oven stone. It's not a stone, it's a skillet in this case, a cast iron skillet. Sourdough likes to go on a hot floor. That's why wood-fired ovens are very good, because they heat the floor directly. A domestic oven like this, if I was to put this inside the oven and let it heat up with the oven, it wouldn't get very hot. Or if you put the oven on maximum for an hour, it might just about get hot enough. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to heat it on the hob. So I'm putting that on now. At the same time, I'm putting the oven on. That's going to take about 10 minutes to warm up. Okay. The oven's up to temperature. The cast iron skillet has been on the hob for that length of time, and that is hot. The heat is coming off. I'm going to turn that off. So now it remains, I'm going to put flour on this. And see if this comes out. If that's burning on there. Right, good luck with this. Well, it's not brilliant, but at least it's there. That's there. Right, I'm going to shove that straight in the oven. And that'll be about 20 minutes. But I will check in the meantime. Just over 92, 93 degrees that was. That's the temperature I'm looking for. That's the temperature which bacteria is killed off at. Yeah, so that's a good cooking temperature. So that's done. That is done. Everything is off. I should put that on the cooling rack. Okay. Yep. Yep. Oh. 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 Fantastic. Good night.